My God! Look at you. Nose in a book, brow in a crease. What we're getting tonight, a little war, a little peace.
What are you doing here? You just about scared me to death.
Oh, I do have that effect on people sometime. It's Daryl Van Horn.
I know. Suki, Rougemont.
Oh, Rougemont, you say.
My ex-husband's name.
Oh, what was he, a French-Canadian?
Oh, he said his family was Swiss. He certainly acted Swiss. It's all ancient history.
Oh, I see. So enter your hen-pecked friend out there on the street.
Oh, Clyde? Oh, that dear, sweet man. Well, let's just say that after the divorce, he was the one person around here who didn't judge me for it, and I'll always be grateful to him for that.
Yeah, so I gather. So what's with all the books, huh? You starting your own library?
No, nothing like that. Just reading up on your house, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All these books about my humble little abode, huh? Even this one?
Oh, no, that's... No, please, no. That's personal. No, please give it. Please. Oh, it's scribblings. Oh. Don't laugh.
Oh, I'm not laughing.
It's poetry.
So little Miss Swiss is a budding poetess. Just promise me a signed first edition.
No, it's nothing like that. I mean, I'm not a real writer or anything. Well, I'm a real writer for the paper, but these are just...
Do you write like you talk, or do you use complete sentences?
No, my writing's fine. But talking, well, the cat's always getting my tongue.
Really? Lucky cat.
It's always been that way, I'm afraid, ever since way back in school, way back.
Well, why don't you tell me all about it, Suki, darling, huh?
Really?
Really?
Well, just picture it. Suki sitting in the corner and, well, just, Suki tries to talk a little and, well, just, Suki rises up to speak and she almost, Suki sits back down politely and here's hoping that, 'cause I don't have a clue. Words, I can never find the words. I can never find the words. All these words inside me now, but not much inner peace. All these words inside me now, just aching for relief.
And if I said I'm here to listen, might that ease the doubt?
Oh, my God.
Yes, if I said I'm here to listen, what would you like to talk about?
Well,
What would you like to talk about?
Well, you really want to hear this?
Confidence, Suki. Confidence.
I'd like to talk about the night. I'd like to talk about the day. I'd like to talk about the weather, but I guess that's just cliche. I'd like to talk a little Latin, maybe talk a little Greek. I'd like to talk about the arts. I ranted Hamlet just last week. I'd like to talk about my poems, why I shy away from rhymes. I'd like to talk about that letter I had published in the Times. I'd like to talk about Euripides and Schopenhauer and Bach. And if there's any doubt remaining, I'd be happy just to talk. But words, I can never find the words.
Oh, Suki.
I'd like to talk about the deepest sort of secrets that I hold. I'd like to talk about the underlying truth, if truth were told. I'd like to talk about the touching that could bring the tension out. I'd like to talk about the things I guess I shouldn't talk about. I'd like to talk about my feelings when the lights are turned down low. I'd like to talk about my needs above the covers and below. I'd like to talk about my fantasies by light of evening star. I'd like to talk about a lot of things.
And Suki, there you are.
But words, 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 words. I'd like to talk about the world I never get to see from home. I'd like to talk about Caracas and the Pleiades from Rome. I'd like to talk about the rise. I'd like to talk about the fall. I'd like to talk about the doings at your basic back and all. Oh, not that I approve, but when it's all been said and done, I mean, you gotta give him this. The Romans sure can have some fun. Then, of course, you got the French, the Pakistanis, and the Dutch. And tell me, Daryl, is it me, or am I talking way too much?
You're doing great, sweetheart. Here.
I'd like to talk about the heroes that can always give me hope. I'd like to talk about de Bergerac and Batman and the Pope. Talk about the future, maybe talk about the past, or maybe talk a lot of nothing, only say it really fast. Talk about society, or talk about the rot, or maybe talk about the egrets, but I'd really rather not. Talk about the meadows and the flowers and the birds. I'd have talked about it all if I could only find the words. I'd like to talk a bit of this, maybe talk a bit of that, and maybe talk a little fall, chew a little fat. Talk about the E's, maybe talk about the Z's, and try to make it through the alphabet as pretty as you please. Talk about a book, maybe talk about a play, maybe talk about a million things I never get to say. Talk about myself, who would give it